Hello everyone, welcome back to another episode of our entitled people. In today's episode, how to deal with entitled sister and enabling mother. A Christmas EVP at the grocery store. Fucknut parks horizontally across private parking entrance and refuses to move. Before we get started, make sure to subscribe so you will never miss a video. So let's get started. How to deal with entitled sister and enabling mother. My mother enables my sister. She's 28, I no longer live at home. They both came to visit and my sister flew back home early and blocked me off all social media because I asked her to not close the bathroom window since it provokes mold in my house. She flipped out with attitude, and so I told her I also don't appreciate her entitled behavior in my home, helping herself to everything, and this ended in a rage because someone tried to scold her, which I guess triggered her, and then proceeded to yell about how she would happily leave and doesn't want to be here anyway with me, and then flew home. The whole time she was acting so entitled and helping herself to everything, and it was a relief when she left. As someone nicely put it, the trash took itself out, so I'll be no contact with her even if she tries to contact me again. I'm pregnant and starting my family and don't need this ridiculousness anymore. However, she has always been the golden child and my mother enables her behavior. I'm not really sure if I should go low contact with my mother. I care about my mother, but after my sister left, she has become fairly cold with me during the remaining days of the trip and is just glued to her cell phone. Before my sister's arrival, she was so happy and hugging me and everything, and I was so great, and now after the fight with my sister, she just seems more concerned with getting through the last days and going home. It's painful for me, really. I want to heal, and this whole trip just totally reminded me of why I left home so young in the first place. I don't know how to feel or what to do. She seems so uninterested and indifferent towards me now, when the first few days before my sister it was so different. I want to do the best for my mental health. I don't really know what is best. I feel like I have never really had a true family because all my life my sister and father caused problems while my mother enabled it all. Luckily, my husband is great and our home is very tranquil. I just want to continue living in peace, and this whole event has shaken me up a bit. Should I just cut my sister off entirely and go low contact with my mother? I almost want to just cut them all off, but it's hard. Should I just cut my sister off entirely and go low contact with my mother? I almost want to just cut them all off, but it's hard. How does your mother react to boundaries? Maybe start in C with sis and just tell your mother that you don't want to hear about her or any drama surrounding her. If your mother crosses these boundaries, she gets one warning before cutting the conversation short. Multiple of these: either reduce contact further or just go and see with her. Make sure to set the rules in written form, letter, text, or social media, so she doesn't get to use "I forgot." Yes, about writing the rules down so she can't say she forgot them or misunderstood, or maybe even gaslit you and say that's not what you said, etc. Written is harder for her. Ignore and twist. You could have offered for your mother to leave early as well, since she is so much more concerned about your golden child sister. If she is miserable or you are, time to end the visit. Stress is a very real killer, not quickly but over time. No person is worth putting up with regardless of their connection. If people are not nice, then they don't get to be a part of your world. Very simple rule to follow to have a peaceful life. You only get one, why waste a minute with people who do not love and support you in a positive manner? A Christmas EVP at the grocery store. I had finished my grocery run, dodging all the other Christmas Eve shoppers who just needed one more thing for tomorrow's dinner. This store had an attached Starbucks near the entrance, behind a glass wall with its own entrance. I wanted to see if they had those little scones which my wife likes for her stocking, so I parked my cart outside the glass wall and went into the store. Cart contained 4 12-packs of soda on the bottom, a bunch of flowers, and one half-full grocery bag. For once, I really did only need a few things. Walked to the far end of the store and past the line of caffeine cravers to the bakery display. A quick glance showed me that they did not have the delicious mini scones, alas. Headed back to the main entrance, in maybe 30 seconds of elapsed time when I saw 2 women entering. a younger one in the lead and an older one behind her. As I was walking up, I saw the older woman pause next to my cart and reach into my grocery bag. The younger woman then tapped her on the shoulder and pointed to where I was approaching the glass door. The older woman looked up, saw me, and snatched her hand out of my bag. I didn't say anything, just held up my hands and cocked my head in the classic WTF pose. As I came through the door, the two were heading into the supermarket. The older one said to me, "I was just checking." "Checking what? I'd like to know." Anyway, being Christmas Eve, I just shook my head, retrieved my cart, and walked off. But I like to think that the younger woman gave her entitled mom/aunt/friend a chewing out along the lines of, "Why do you always have to pull something whenever we're out together?" Sounds like the younger woman was just on lookout for. That's a thought. This was the same grocery store where my mom-in-law had her wallet stolen out of her purse by a two-person team. One distracted her while the other one dipped and dashed. Though that was in 2010, don't think the same duo is in operation. Maybe she thinks she's on the cooking show where the contestants buy other people's groceries from their baskets, but in her version the contestants steal other people's groceries. The older one said to me, "I was just checking." "Checking what? I'd like to know." A further response should have been, "To check what that you mother effing thief." Fucknut parks horizontally across private parking entrance and refuses to move. Look context, so my mom owns a plant shop in Sydney, and I help on weekends or occasionally after school. Behind the shop there is a private parking lot that can be entered through the back door or a remote-operated gate. During the day the gate is left open. Today there was a shipment of plants that needed to be picked up from a supplier. We had loaded the plants into the van and gone the hour or so trip back to the shop. We had someone in charge while we were gone. As we begin to turn off into the private sector and are stopped by a black Honda Civic parked horizontally over the track the electric gate uses, completely obstructing the entrance. There is no one in the car, so we are forced to wait till the driver returns. We make use of the time by wheeling plants off the van onto trolleys ready to stock. It surprisingly takes only 10 or so minutes before a lady wearing the brightest red lipstick that could ever exist, unmatched by unremarkable black clothing followed by two young girls walk up to the car. She opens the boot and begins to remove shopping bags or some shit. My mom walks up to her and this conversation proceeds. "Mom, hi, can you move your car please?" Lipstick, in a sickly sweet tone, "Yes, I'm a little busy at the moment, give me a tick." Around 5 minutes pass. Sorry, this is private parking, you're blocking the driveway, please move." L, give me a tick, okay? Okay. Move your car. L, I would appreciate a nicer tone. I asked you to move. L, shut it please, I've had a stressful day, your harassment isn't helping. After that, my mom essentially tells Lipstick, very kindly, to get off. Then, she very passive-aggressively takes the rest of her groceries and locks her car, with a very smug look on her face. My mom responded in the best way possible, by pulling out her phone and dialing the towing company. She makes sure talk extra loudly over the phone so Lipstick can hear her. We head back in the van and wait patiently for the towing service. I recorded her coming up to the window and saying something like, "Come on. Give me a sec. You can let me stay in the driveway for a bit? Please." In a whiny voice. She ended up letting her last few brain cells shine and moved her car before the towing service came. I feel a little bad for the tow truck driver coming out here for jack shit though. There were plenty of times where people parked in the private lot or blocked the driveway in some way, but never has someone been so stupid as to park horizontally across the driveway and then think they're entitled to leave their shitty car there. I would have called the towing service immediately. Hopefully OP has learned that lesson. Your mom was too nice letting Lipstick know the tow was coming. Would have been highly entertaining to watch her scream and sputter when she found out her car was gone. I would have called the cops as that's blocking any form or emergency entrance or exit. Boom, car towed plus ticket. If you made it to the end of the video, thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, subscribe and share, and we will see you in the next video.